Welcome back to Winning the Game of Life. I'm your host Shawn Chhabra. Today I'm having a very good morning, but today I have a very special guest. His name is Troy Devine. He's all the way from Australia. Welcome to the show, Troy.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Shawn.
Nice. It's early morning here. I woke up early morning just to interview you. I had been chasing you, and I'm glad you was able to come to the show today. So, are you ready to inspire?
That's what I live for these days.
Good. So, how about you just tell us in short, like an elevator pitch, who you are and what you do?
Okay, so I guess the easiest way to say it is that I'm 38 years young, I like to say right now. And I was somebody in life who was aspiring to be somebody else. I was always the person comparing, competing, judging. I was living vicariously through others. And 2 years ago, at 36, I had an amazing awakening. It was, at the time, it was a crash. So major anxiety kicked in. And I knew I wanted to get somewhere in life. I wanted to be that business owner, that entrepreneur, but I didn't know how I was going to get there. So that it felt like the harder I tried to get somewhere, the more the universe pulled me back. So major anxiety crippled me at the time. And I guess maybe really sit back and take stock of my life. So anxiety, now I look back, really changed my life. And I'm blessed to have actually come through that.
I was reading somewhere like there was a lot of content about like a mindfulness and all that. So how far you are into that? What can you tell our listeners how they can use the power of mind to succeed in life and business?
I guess mindfulness has changed my life. I went from being an electrician to studying hypnotherapy and psychotherapy, mindfulness, NLP, all of those. And now I look back, I cannot imagine going back to my old ways. You know, how often do we get stuck in our habits and rituals and living a life that's not true to our purpose? You know, now I look back, just by studying myself and honoring myself, I succeed every day. So it's a fantastic feeling, and I cannot tell your listeners enough to start studying themselves and ensuring they're honoring themselves every day.
Some of my listeners and viewers may be having a question in their mind. What is exactly mindfulness?
Okay, so for me, it's basically an emotional reaction to life. If you're stuck in habitual ways, and if you're reacting to your life, so if your business takes a left-hand turn, or you have a bully at work, or a scenario doesn't quite pan out the way you want, and you automatically react to life in a negative way, you're not being mindful, you're not being present. You're either thinking way too into the future, or you're trying to control the moment so much. So I had to really bring myself back to the now and really study. I guess the easiest way to say it is not react to life anymore, more respond to it in a positive way.
So when I'm listening to you, my mind is already thinking, how about I ask you this, ask you that. So does it mean I'm not being mindful right now?
I guess there is our mind is always processing. You know, it processes an unbelievable amount of information every second. So we do dip in and out of that stream of thought like you just spoke about. And if we can start to, I guess you're already ahead of the game because you're aware of it. You know, most 99% of the population aren't even aware of that moment. So they're not present. They're not listening to the people they're speaking to or interacting with. So yes, you should bring yourself back to the moment. But I guess the first step is being aware of it. So that's an amazing thing already.
I always ask what I'm thinking, you know, so that way, no, I don't want to think that. Let me just think this right now. So at least I'm focused on certain things, you know. So
Yes.
is that like you think that is helping me?
Absolutely. They call it, it's like cognitive diffusion. If you can make yourself aware that you're having the thought, become that observer, that's absolutely helping you. And that's the key, you know, because instead of reacting to a business scenario or something that's not quite going the way, like a financial something, or if you become aware, then you'll respond in a far better way. You'll get more positive results in life.
So I think you are developing some courses related to anxiety and mindfulness or something like that.
Yeah, so I like to work with people one on one, and again, I'm testing myself every day. So one of the biggest things for me with breaking through anxiety is actually, cutting the cord of being that electrician from that construction job to actually reskilling myself and creating a small business. So that's my passion right now. I've created some small courses. I'm working with people one on one to really help them, I guess, question their limiting beliefs, break through that fear, take their business to the next level, take their brand and their personal life to the next level. So, yeah.
I think everybody have limiting beliefs, and everybody have a lot of fear. So my coaches say like a lot of times you have fear of failure, but a lot more times you have failure of success. Would you like to say a little bit about all those fears and situations?
I guess for me, the question, I've had a couple of life scares, if you like. I've been on the hospital bed. I've had many situations where I've had a brief moment to review my life. Now, I guess the one thing I love to say to people every day is if they were to leave this earth right now and review their life in a split second, is fear. I know fear plays such a major part in our life, but really, are we going to let fear hold us back? I believe if I was to continue on my old path of really limiting myself and allow fear to fill my life every day, I'd be very disappointed if I had that chance to review my life. So I believe that everyone should face their fears. We are pre-programmed since we're young. That's how our subconscious mind works. But it's about facing those fears one by one and breaking through them. So yeah.
So it like your courses are available online to people, or they really have to come to you one on one?
I'm developing online courses right now, but I prefer to work. I like an immersion technique. Like I don't like to give somebody a course and let them go off on their own. Like I really love to walk the walk with the people, and it's not just a one-off thing where someone comes to me and then goes away. It's really taking a look at where they want to go, what's their true essence in life, and then what has been holding them back until now. And then together we I guess we peel that apart like an onion and break through.
I think I could be wrong. Correct me, if I'm wrong. Like most of the time, people are more worried about their financial situations or the relationships. Those are the only two things I can think of, unless they got the health issues. So those are the situations people are not willing to make any changes in their life. So
Correct.
they may be worth a lot more in their life and relationship or health wise or money wise, but they just want to be in their comfort zone. So how can you really help people come out of their comfort zone and take the action? Like like some of my listeners and viewers may go through your courses and everything, but is there anything you can walk us through that process right here, right now? Is there anything you can teach me right now?
I guess it's about when we talk about finances and worry and fear, it's the future.
Uh-huh.
So we always hesitate now in fear of what the future might bring, and most of the time that future doesn't bring what our our pre-programming or limiting beliefs has us to believe. So for me, it's about bringing people back to now, acting in the now, and then really getting clear, I guess. If you get clear on your future and the value you can truly bring to society or to the marketplace, once you get clear on that value, you reverse engineer what you need to do now. And if you break it down into small incremental steps, I guess that's where we make massive results or get massive results. So I'm not really 100% sure to how to explain that.
So let us say I'm your client and I need help. So in real time, I'm trying to surprise you, but that's the only way to get the real content out of you.
Yes.
So that
Yes.
like I'm as fresh, everything is as fresh as my listeners are listening and my viewers are watching. So I was just trying to see, like in your program, you will be helping people, and you prefer to help people one-on-one. So is there anything like any body, mind, or meditation, or do you offer those kind of programs, or your program is different than like everyday people are offering a lot of meditation and those kind of programs?
So definitely meditation and mindfulness is going to come into it, but that's not what I want to focus on. Like I would ask you, Shawn, are you happy with where you are now in life? Like, do you wake up vibrant every morning? Is how you're serving your people. Does it bring you, does it bring you alive every day? So what I would do is ask you now, I guess, tell me a bit about yourself. Like, what about your day really? What about your day, brings the best out in Shawn?
Okay, today early morning I woke up just to interview you. One of the reason I'm interviewing you is like I really like to believe in like personal growth, and every day I want to be a better person than yesterday. So I'm trying to surround myself with smarter and wiser people like you. I'm thinking all day and all night, what should I be learning? What should I be doing? I can learn this. Oh my God, that person did that. So I'm already inspired to learn more and more. And what next? What next? My soul is never filled with whatever education I had till last night. So I'm looking for next morning. That's why I'm early morning. I'm right here.
Yeah, it's like the elixir of life. I believe we're truly put here on this earth to serve others. But the key for me is, I guess, what I'm trying to get at and what I help people with is while you're learning from others and growing from others and working with others, it's very important to study yourself and work out what drives the internal engine. And now, if I start working with others and get excited for what they do, is that real living? I really want to give people that spark and the passion and the fire to just dig deep inside and feel what turns their engine. Like you're saying, you get up each morning because you grow every day and you want to chase your soul and find that elixir of life because you're studying yourself. That's the key for me.
Because every morning we sleep till like 7 or 8, and this morning I woke up at like 3:30 a.m. just to come here
Wow.
and get ready to interview you.
Yeah, wow. If we wake up or if we give ourselves an extra hour a day, and this is part of a miracle morning, I guess, if you get up 1 hour each day extra, I think it's about after 10 years, you've bought an extra year of your life. So what you just said, if you're getting up 3 or 4 hours every morning extra, it's valuable time to change your life and other people's lives. So I guess that's a major key in itself. Find extra time in your life.
Very nice, very nice. So this will go in the show notes. Like they can add another year to their life just by waking an hour early.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. It's like you put the remote control down, put the gaming machine down, use that extra hour to build yourself, because it's amazing how many lives you'll change.
I don't have a remote control.
Perfect.
I was born without remote control, so I never watched
Per-
TV.
Perfect. There's not too many people in Australia that don't have a remote control in their hand every evening.
No, I got zero TV.
Yeah.
Absolutely no TV, because I simply say it's like it's putting garbage in my head. Even if I'm not listening, I'm just looking. Just through the eyes, I can view something, and it's just garbage for me.
Exactly. Our subconscious, as a hypnotherapist, our subconscious mind is a child mind. It's the child that's always listening to the adult. So the adult is our conscious, our presence right now. So whatever we take in, we might think we're filtering out the negative news and the bad conversations going on, but our subconscious, it gets programmed by all this stuff. So that's why I too refuse to watch news stuff like that.
Yeah, you're talking about the news stuff. Like a couple of weeks back, I interviewed actually an amazing lady. Her name is Michelle Galen. She just launched her book and program, like Broadcasting Happiness. She and her husband Sean Acorn, they are creating a happiness program with Oprah.
Wow.
Yeah, so from her I learned, like, every morning you just wake up, the first thing you do is just take a piece of paper, write a note, or just send an email to somebody how thankful you are.
Gratitude. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's not like you're getting another thank you back in the reply, but you just do that. Like, that itself put you in happiness mode.
Yes, exactly. It's all habits. If you can form positive habits, and gratitude is like that golden moment of life. So that's an amazing thing. If you can write down something you're thankful each and every day, that'll change your life for sure.
My friend Troy, I'm very excited to ask you something else. Like, I was reading somewhere in your bio, you work on like a purpose of life, or life purpose, or finding the purpose of your life. And somewhere I saw you are too much into spirituality things. Would you like to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the purpose of life is something that drove me to the edge, and I'm sure it troubles many people every day. So, for me, spirituality is the spirit. It is the true essence of our life. So, if we're in an automatic, autopilot type lifestyle where we're not present and aware, how are we to tap into our true essence? So that's the journey or the run that I went on, was to find the spirituality or the essence of life. I was hell bent on looking out there, and I forgot to look in here. So it's an amazing little journey.
Like, what is the one change I can make today, or my listeners and viewers can make after listening to what you are telling us about spirituality and mindfulness? Is there anything you recommend, like, Shawn, at least do this, or my listeners and viewers should make one change today that may lead them into more peaceful or better, or that may help them to find their purpose of life, or align their purpose with their activities and with their life?
I've got it. I've got. If you can step out of your head and into your heart, you've got the golden nugget of life. Forget what your mind's telling you and start listening to your heart. It's intuition. Everyone says, "What is intuition?" Just step out of your head and you'll find it.
Okay, so don't think too much. Whatever just your heart and your guts say, just take a step and move forward and do something.
Exactly. Thinking, thoughts don't count, but feelings do. So just remember that. Listen to your feelings. Feel your way forward.
Actually, I think Tony Robinson says, like, everything is emotion.
It is.
All day,
Absolutely.
every day, unconsciously, I think we are making the decision. We are living our life based upon emotions and how we feel. But
Yes.
but at the same time, we are still trying to think, oh, this, that. So we are trying to use the emotion and head. Ultimately, we are taking the step based upon the emotion.
Yes. Yeah. If we could shut our mind off and our thoughts and just move forward on emotion, positive emotion, that's your true essence to life. That's the journey. That's your purpose. But all too often, like I found, we go from heart to head. Our heart pulls us in a direction, our head derails us every single day, every single moment. So that's if you could stick to your feelings and emotions, you've won the game of life.
Just because of that, we like have the anxiety and those kind of situation.
Of course we do. Because we're all in our head, we can't disconnect from life, society. We're all trying to keep up with somebody else, and we fear listening to our heart. We fear what others will say of us and think of us if we do follow our heart, because most of the time it'll be stepping out of our social circle or breaking away from the pack.
Is there any book or something you recommend for our listeners and viewers? Maybe they can learn more about this. Is there any one or two books which may have affected your life, and maybe they can help my listeners and viewers if they are too much into, they want to get into body, mind, and mindfulness, and maybe some of those people are having anxiety in their life?
I'm an avid, absolute believer of Wayne Dyer. I was reading his book. I can see clearly now as he passed not too long ago, but I would say the one book that changed my life was Wayne Dyer, Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life. That's definitely number one recommendation.
Dr. Wayne Dyer just died, I think, like 2 months back.
Correct.
He was one of the influencer in my life. I worship him like God, actually, to be honest with you. You know,
I'm the same. I'm
yeah,
sitting right beside.
he was too much into spirituality, but he always kept religion away from his spirituality, because he always taught like spirituality, the spirit and the feeling of that, and spirituality is lot more above the religion, you know.
Correct.
So a lot of people just try to pull the religion when they talk about spirituality, spirit and soul. So he was one of them who
It's not
believed.
about control.
Yeah, he believed in all the religions, you know. I listened to a lot of his talks, and it was my dream to see him in person, you know. The other day I told my wife, like, he just passed away.
I know.
She
I was disappointed.
She said, why don't you fly and go to his funeral at least, you know. Somehow I couldn't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm sure he's working through both of us now. You know, I absolutely know that he was one of the people that influenced and changed my life. I'm with you when you say you worshipped him. I was the same, Shawn.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. At least we share our gurus, you know.
Yeah, true. Yes. Yep.
So my friend, we are very close to the end of the show, and because most of my listeners and viewers are women entrepreneur, small businesses, and the people who are about to start the business, or maybe some of the young people who are just coming out of the college and in place of job, they are thinking to start a business. What would you like to advise them, so that like they don't have to like reinvent their life every 2 years or every 5 years?
Okay, rule number one would be don't listen to anyone else. Follow your heart and soul. But the main thing for me is not to dabble. You know, everyone dabbles. I've dabbled in my past. If you're an accountant, don't go and start a painting business. You know, follow your true heart. And I guess make sure you're going to serve yourself and others. If you find a job or a career or a business where you're going to serve yourself and others, head there. Follow your heart and don't just dabble. Dig a hole, dig a foundation and build on it.
Good. I'm so happy that I was able to bring to you to my show, and I thank you for that. And hopefully, I will request you to come one more time in a couple of months when I see the feedback from my listeners and viewers. And another thing, how my listeners and viewers can connect with you.
I guess if they can send me an email. I know everyone hates email, but info@troy-devine.com, or just on LinkedIn. Look me up on LinkedIn, Troy Devine, and every other social media, but just LinkedIn and the website.
We will put all those links on our website and all over the places with the video and audio and everywhere.
Perfect.
So I truly thank you, gratitude, and thank you for coming to the show again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Shawn.
Bye
It's been a pleasure.
bye. Have a nice day.
See ya.
Do not throw that old phone away. Your trash may be hidden gold. We want your old device and will pay top dollar for it. Our process is as easy as 1, 2, 3. We offer no obligation sales. If you have a problem with the price that we gave you, we will return the device to you at no charge. Fast payment, free shipping, free data wipe, risk-free transaction. Buybackqueen.com.